long, but definitely wanted to reach out to our employers ahead of job fair season, which is coming up for all of us, just to either inform you of or remind you of the many resources that are available through the workforce development system in Montgomery County that can meet your needs as you're meeting potential candidates. We're going to start off with just a few slides of some labor market information and then get into those resources. Starting off with just a little bit of information about unemployment statistics in Montgomery County. Just to give you some context, there is an area of thought that says that 5% unemployment is considered full employment, meaning that the number of individuals that are seeking employment aligns with the number of available openings. Anything above that, we need to work to meet the needs of our career seekers. Anything below that, we start to get into a fairly tight labor market. So with that, you'll see that as of now, Montgomery County is at 3.4% unemployment rate, which aligns with the United States average. So we are both nationally and here in Montgomery County experiencing what would be considered a tight labor market. We did also break down some of our larger municipalities in Montgomery County where the unemployment rate sits there. So that really can be used as an indicator for you as an employer based on where you sit in Montgomery geographically to get a better understanding of some of the issues you may be experiencing with labor demand. This next slide is an indicator of the average annual wage across several industry sectors in Montgomery County, with the note that the average earning for all of Montgomery County, for all of Montgomery County's 504,551 employees, is $80,080 as of the third quarter of 2022. Just to provide a little bit of context there, our current minimum wage in Pennsylvania, which aligns with the federal minimum wage at $7.25 an hour, equates to $15,080 a year. What is considered a living wage for Montgomery County, meaning that an individual, when we talk about sustainable employment, can support themselves, is $17.53 an hour or $36,462. And in an individual with 2 children or dependents in their household, that living wage increases to $26.50 an hour or $55,120. And this again is an average wage across multiple industries. The next screen is just a reminder that we make sure we include in all of our labor market information that any individual currently receiving unemployment compensation can work part-time and still maintain a portion of their unemployment compensation benefits. And the next slide is just an indicator of where we receive the labor market information that we provide to both our employers, our chambers of commerce, townships, any entity that is looking to plan, whether it be around transportation, whether it be around new businesses coming into the area. Most of that information that we receive is through the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industries Center for Workforce Information and Analysis, a lot of words. We call them CWIA, and their publications. And I invite anyone, whether you're an employer or you're involved in any way in the workforce system, to visit their website and take a look at the many different dashboards that you can access to get some more labor market information. We also obtain information from the United States Census Bureau, particularly specific to demographics around Montgomery County and commuting patterns, housing, things that definitely impact our employers around the individuals that they have access to in their immediate vicinity. If you would like to explore any more specific labor market information, and to just give you a sense of why it matters and is important in your planning when you're looking, and I don't want to specify an area of Montgomery County, but I will. If you're looking for, if you're an employer, for instance, in Pottstown, and you may have noticed that the unemployment rate is higher in Pottstown than other areas of Montgomery County, you would be able to plan around knowing that you have a less tight labor market in that area than you would in other parts of Montgomery County. If you are located 10 or 15 miles from Pottstown, transportation becomes a critical issue for your labor market needs. So these statistics can support you in your planning. They can support you in your wage setting. So by all means, if you either visit that website for some more labor market statistics, or you can reach out to either myself or Jane Stein, who handles all of our labor market information for the Workforce Board, and her email address is included on this slide. With that, I am going to turn it over to Karen Smith-Burden, who is with our business services team at PA CareerLink Montgomery County, to talk a little bit about employer resources that are available. And Karen, you can just let me know when you want me to move to the next slide.
Thank you, Jenny. Good morning. As Jenny just told you, I am a member of the business services team here at the CareerLink, and I'm going to have a little bit of time here to tell you about what you can expect when you interact with us and what sources, resources you have available at your request. Next, please. Pennsylvania CareerLink Montgomery County is only one portion of the one-stop career center system that's throughout the entire country. For Montgomery County, we are located here in Norristown. We work across county lines in partnership with our other offices in the area. Again, we're at 1430 DeKalb Street, Norristown. If you're unfamiliar with that, that building is the Human Services Center, and it's styled as such and named as such because many of the services you might use and that the job seekers who come to us do use are located within the building. To get to our main website and to register and find more information, you will see our main website here, www.pacareerlink.pa.gov. What can you find there? You can get the latest information on job postings, hiring events that are coming up, workshops, training opportunities. The training opportunities referred to on this slide are in reference to job seekers, your potential new hires. We'll talk briefly in a moment about other training opportunities for your staff. There are other types of resources and all kind of information you can find out about CareerLink for something that's clear, concise, quick, and something that will engage your appetite. Please follow us on social media at PA CareerLink Montco. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. You also see our two websites at the bottom that will give you the link to the newsletter and also where you can sign up for our brand new business edition. Next. About the business services team, we can help you reduce your recruitment issues and training costs. And the reason I hesitated when I said that is because so many employers that we talk to are finding that they will get a number of applicants, but those applicants may or may not always have the skill sets they're looking for. If you utilize the services of the business services team, we can greatly help you reduce the hiring cost and the training costs by being your additional hands in the process, being guided by you, not telling you what you need to do. We become then your partners in the process. Most of our services are federally funded, so you're not going to be incurring any additional costs for most of what we do, nor for the assistance that we provide to the job-seeking individuals we serve. Again, as Jenny was talking about earlier, we also have access to that relevant labor market issue that we can sit down and talk to you about. We work with local economic development groups to help bring you the best subject matter to help bring you up to speed with what's happening in your area. And we make connections with local industry sector groups because we want your voices to be heard. So we go and meet with your peers, and we meet with you, and we look at the best way we can serve everyone all together. Next. Again, more about business services. You can leverage PA CareerLink online. You can talk with job seekers and meet with them by holding events with us on site here, on site at your location, or virtually. We do pre-screening of applicants for basic skill sets, or as little screening or as much screening as you'd like us to do. We also offer pre-testing for skills. If that testing is required, we'll talk to you about the different methods that can be used to achieve that. We evaluate candidates for the most basic of skills, and we can do that quite easily here at our CareerLink on a regular basis. We offer training opportunities to candidates interested in improving their marketable skills and job readiness. Bottom line is, tell us what you need your candidates to have, your employees to have, what you want them to bring with the table, and we'll partner with you to come as close to that as absolutely possible when you're ready to go. Next. What are the benefits to you as an employer? Working with business services, you'll receive a list of qualified, motivated candidates, including those who recently completed training programs through our WIOA, Workforce Innovative and Opportunity Act. You can post easily on the statewide PA CareerLink system. It's important to know that it is a statewide system. It means that we go across county lines when it comes to job seekers being able to see your openings. That's important for you to know, so you're never pigeonholed or locked into a box in terms of who can see your openings. Again, we have access to the labor market. You have the opportunity to utilize interviewing space also. There may be a fee for that. That's something that we discuss on a case-by-case basis, and we look to identify training needs and possible eligibility for training and wage reimbursement. Those programs can save you a lot of money. I'm sure you'll want to hear more about that. Please engage us for additional details. Next. One of those training programs is the on-the-job training OJT program. With that, you have an opportunity to be reimbursed up to 50% of the training wage while your staff members are earning while they learn at your site. An employee in coming to you through this program would be able to be pre-screened by our staff members. They're people that you can refer to us or that we refer to you. Maximum training for a new hire in this program is 6 months, although the average tends to be 3 or 4. I mentioned the 50%, as you can see here on the slide. Employers can be reimbursed up to a total of $7,000 per participant, up to $25,000 per year, and that's for the employer. The business services team and support staff will be in touch with you and with the job seeker on a regular basis to make sure that everyone is going along and obtaining the information that they expect, and that the job seekers you agreed to train are actually coming through and gaining the skills that you expect them to. Where we find there's a snag, we do our best to alleviate that and to assist you in smoothing out the process again. Jenny? Customized job training is something you may not hear very much about. I'm sure most of you have heard of OJTs. With a customized job training module, the program offers employers in need of specific skill sets for their workforce the opportunity to develop this program for new hires, and it's the same criteria as an OJT program with these exceptions. The employers select a qualified skills training provider to train the CJT program participants. So wouldn't necessarily be the kind of program like an OJT where you would partner with someone who is in your company. More than likely, it would be a third-party person. And employers can be reimbursed for a portion of the training cost and wages. Jenny? Incumbent worker training. You may remember that when I first started speaking, I talked about training for people who are already your employees. That's what this is. We may be able to reimburse employers based upon some training that you need to upskill someone in your company to get them to a new position, to train them on something new that's within your company. Perhaps it may be that you need to upskill them for them to maintain a solid position in your company. When the funding is available, a portion of the cost of that training is made available to you through Montgomery County. Employees are required to have a 6 months tenure to participate in this program, and the reimbursement amounts vary depending upon the size of your company. Next. Apprenticeships and pre-apprenticeships. I am actually going to read this straight through. Apprenticeship is an industry-driven, high-quality career pathway where employers invest in their current and future workforce through a combination of paid work experience or on-the-job training, classic instruction in the classroom, and a portable, nationally recognized set of credentials is what's the end result. PA Career Link Montgomery County can assist employers in connecting to available resources to develop or register apprenticeships and use existing funding sources to offset expenses for eligible apprentices. Otherwise, the upshot is that you get to build your own employees. PA Career Link Please go ahead, Jenny. Thank you. PA Career Link Montgomery County Job Seeker Services. This is how we help prepare people to be great employees for you. We have career readiness and job search workshops. You can see the full list if you'd like. PA Career Link has a system of enrollment that allows people to take advantage of the programs we just discussed. We have career counselors to help them develop a certainty that your jobs are the kind of jobs that they want to do. We help people prepare for examinations. We help them prepare for financial assistance and training. We help them get over some of their hurdles on their way to being successful employees. We provide information on training to help them get the skills you need. We, of course, work with people who are experiencing unemployment to help them skill up and come to work with you or transfer directly skills that they have to your new jobs. And they also have access to a career resource center here to help them make the best possible decisions as they're looking for your opportunities. Next. This is now at the point where I'm going to turn everything over to our partner, Sarah Hudson, representing the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit, otherwise known as Montco Works Now. Please take it away, Sarah.
Thanks, Karen. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Hudson, as Karen mentioned. I'm going to speak with you about our Youth and Young Adult Workforce Program and some employer resources that you can take advantage of. So we can go to the next slide. So Montco Works Now, very similar to the Career Link, but working with youth and young adults who are ages 14 to 24. So we have two pockets of youth and young adults that we work with. We have 14 to 21-year-olds that are in school youth, so in high school or in a college setting. And we also work with 16 to 24-year-old out of school youth who have graduated from high school and may be underemployed or unemployed, or those who may have left high school and are returning, with the hopes of obtaining their Commonwealth diploma through a GED program. So our program works with a variety of lots of young adults and youth throughout the county who have a barrier to employment and are made eligible through the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. Karen actually mentioned WIOA. So we are federally funded through the WIOA grant, and we are a service of the Montgomery County Intermediate Unit. So if you're familiar with the IU, we're located in Norristown as well. That's our home base at 2 West Lafayette. But we also have a team that services the whole county and travel and have quite a range of youth again, all throughout the county. So not just in our home base of Norristown. And also just wanted to mention that the majority of our participants through our grant funding need to be out of school youth. That ratio of 25% of in-school youth and 75% of out of school youth needs to be maintained. So the majority of youth and young adults in our program are looking for employment, are looking for additional training or certification programs because they're out of school and looking to start their career. We can go to the next slide. So I'm gonna talk about paid work experiences actually on the next slide. So I'm gonna skip that one for right now because I have some more details that I want to share and focus on that PWE option because it's a good no cost, no risk option for employers to partner with our program. So we're gonna hold off on that one. But I do want to talk about some other ways to work with Montco Works Now and with our participants. So similar to the Career Link, we have 4 career counselors on staff that work very closely with our youth and young adult participants to make sure they are game ready for starting their career, whether again, that's further education or a training program or getting some experience through work-based learning. So we also, in addition to paid work experiences, we have a Montco Rise internship program that we're very excited to share this news about. This is a little different in terms of eligibility requirements than Montco Works Now. It's actually 17 to 24-year-olds all throughout Montgomery County. So rising seniors in high school grads, and current college students in Montgomery County are able to apply for internships in Montgomery County. And this funding is made possible through the local workforce board and American Rescue Plan Act funding. So we're actually very excited. We're going to start our first Montco Rise cohort this summer, aiming to place about 20 interns throughout the county in a variety of different settings and industries. And also we'll be continuing this internship program for the next 3 years. So like I said, our first cohort is this summer, but we'll be planning fall, spring, and summer for the next 3 years. So we're very excited. If you'd like to learn more about that, please reach out to me. My email is below. And I don't want to be confusing, but it is a little bit different than Montco Works Now in terms of eligibility with age ranges and eligibility criteria. But back to Montco Works Now and that 14 to 24-year-old WIOA program. Very similar again to what Karen was saying. We have usually anywhere from 50 to 75 on our caseload, or in our program, I should say, who are often looking for employment opportunities. So we work very closely to make sure they're applying and looking for jobs and opportunities that match their interests and skill set. So if you are looking to hire, we provide direct hire support. So if we're working with somebody who we know is really interested in healthcare, we can help set them up, work with them to apply, set them up to prepare for a strong interview, and notify the employer that someone from our program is applying, and provide any support with those hiring needs. And again, just making sure someone's motivated, following through, and is a good fit to apply for a direct hire. Half-day and full-day job shadows are also available. So it's a great opportunity to bring a young person into your business and your organization and have them, shadow and observe someone or multiple staff members to see what your industry might be able to offer someone in that career. And oftentimes we do get really great feedback from our youth that come back and have had such a positive experience job shadowing that it's impacted what they'd like to do long-term, and they might want to do a paid work experience or apply for a job at that organization because they saw, what the day-to-day looked like, what an entry-level career would look like. So that's a great opportunity to half-day to a full-day commitment based on the organization's schedule. We're also doing monthly industry tours throughout the county is our goal. So we're taking a small group of youth and young adults along with staff to tour a local business trying to get a good variety of industries. So if you're interested in hosting about 10 to 12 young people along with some staff, please reach out. We're scheduling through the summer right now, which is hard to believe, but that's a great, again, opportunity to get some insight for our young folks, but also exposure for your business and exposure for your industry. And then connections to school districts. So we are a service of the intermediate unit. If you're unfamiliar with the IU provides services to all of the different school districts and private schools in Montgomery County. So we also run a college and career readiness group where we connect with different counselors and staff from all the school districts. So we have lots of pathways to schools. Next slide, Jenny. All right, and my last slide. So I wanted to give a little bit more attention to our paid work experiences. They're a great opportunity if your organization is able to consider being a PWE partner. Paid work experience is very similar to an internship for our Montco Works now. Youth and young adults, essentially our young adults, when they come to us and if they would like to try out a career that they may not have a ton of experience in, we consider a paid work experience for them. We onboard them as a temporary Montgomery County Intermediate Unit employee, which basically means they're coming on our payroll. They're going through all of our paperwork, including all 3 clearances, a physical, a TB test, and they're, again, onboarded as an IU employee, which entitles them to be paid through our funding and also provided with workers' compensation in the unlikely event they were injured on site at their work site. So these PWEs typically are 6 to 12 weeks long, and I'd say more than half, if things are a good fit, more than half of those youth and young adults are extended in those experiences. So it may seem like a short amount of time, but a good amount do extend 3, 4, 5, 6 months at their PWE site, as long as it's going well for the employer. We have a 35-hour maximum limit. So, they are able to work full time. If your organization can't accommodate full-time hours, that's okay. We have PWEs that are 15 to 20 hours a week as well. And also, like I said, there is the ability to extend. So each participant has up to 800 hours for the duration of their time and program to be on our payroll. So that usually looks like a full-time job to be 6 months for 800 hours. So we've had our folks do that are, at a work site for 6 months full-time, and it's no cost to that employer. And there is no requirement to hire that participant after, unless it's a possibility on your end, which is always best outcome, but there's no obligation to do that. It's just really for someone to get experience in the first step of their career. So if you're interested, I can explain the requirements and what our worksite agreement looks like. I can send that over. It's a pretty standard worksite. A copy of the certificate of insurance is needed. And I can, again, answer any questions you may have if you're interested. I think that's it for me.
Thank you so much, Karen and Sarah, for providing that information. At this point, I'm going to stop the recording and open it up if anybody has any questions specific to the information that you heard this morning. I'm going to